Hey everyone, Squee913 here, with Claude Rebel
Uh,
and his lackey.
yeah, that's it.
his lackey. No, with HJK.
Let's record this bitch.
Um,
So
we
actually, I've already got it down for posterity.
we've got some good news and some bad news.
The good
Mainly
news,
good news, though.
Yeah,
No,
mainly
no. Okay, depending on what side you're from, it's either okay. No. Depending on what side you're from, it's bad news, good news, or bad news, good news.
Fortunately, regardless of which side you're on,
It ends
Also-
in good news.
no. Also, apart from that, it also is inevitable news.
No,
At least for the first bit.
No.
At least for the
No.
first bit is definitely. inevitable.
I can't. I can only go so far. Good sir, I can only go so far. You have no
And
idea
we'll-
what we
and
had.
And you know what we'll do. You know what we'll do. You can only go so far. It's okay. We'll push you the rest of the way.
That's what we're here for. To help you fall even farther. Okay, so here's the thing. Our saved game got corrupted. Pretty much after this last session you saw last week, actually, I guess we'll probably upload this after that session.
Yeah, we will put this in after this.
So after the last session you saw, in fact, I might just
Session 11.
Yeah, session 11. We couldn't get the save game working. Every time we tried to do a siege battle, it just
Yeah.
froze. And we considered a whole bunch of options, like, well, we could back it up, but that's not really fair, because what if we back it up and then the Waddling ducks start doing well because we already know what they're going to do, etc., etc. But
Right, for that reason. Oh, sorry, it's
Yeah.
just laughable concept. Sorry.
but it wouldn't be fair to because, like, let's say, and for Rebel, just amuse me for the sake of argument, let's say that Waddling Ducks finally won. It would always be a question of, yeah, but Europa had them on the ropes and we had to back up, and that's what it was, etc., etc., etc. So what we've decided to do is Waddling Ducks is just going to capitulate this round.
I want to just stress that even further. The waddling ducks. Come on, Squeak. Come on.
So what
Say
we've decided to do is we're going to go on to no. It was a good match. I really all realistic like. We had plans we were going to try to keep fighting. We hadn't reached the point where we were just going to give up, but we were really close, because we were not going to be that tribe that, like, held out to one territory just because we're sore losers. We were close. One or two more sessions, things didn't go our way. We were going to throw in the towel anyway, because, no reason to be a dick. So you guys, you definitely had us on the ropes. We had a few things we wanted to try. They may have worked, maybe not. But I mean, it's fairly safe to say that we were on the ropes. We were on our last breaths. No shame there. You guys did amazingly well. So congratulations. You
Thank you,
won round
thank you.
one.
And
I didn't
round-
know there
and
were rounds.
And round one, as HDK said in his Super Saiyans video, round one's the only one that matters.
Yes, it is. yes, it is.
Keep telling yourself that. So here's what we decided to do. We didn't want to
We'll
end
keep
it.
saying that even when we've won round two as well. Don't worry.
We certainly didn't want to end it in such a questionable way, without some sort of concrete resolution. And plus, we just kind of didn't want to end it. We decided that we were going to start again, but this time we're going to leave all the AI factions in. We did what we wanted to do. It was a neat idea and it was fun, but we all kind of thought it would be more entertaining for both sides to just leave all the AI factions in, and it would be a lot less death work for me and Rebel. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
That was-
How many weeks did it take us to set up that map?
2 or 3, I think.
It was crazy, and
Took
then
a
trying to
long
get
time.
everything precise so that we have
Yeah,
the same
I think
territory as
actually
the
I think actually the hardest bit was actually doing that. Like the taking stuff
Yeah.
over wasn't so bad, but yeah, they're all setting everything
It's
up so that
do
it
we
was all
have the
perfect.
same economy? Okay, how about you put some trade ships here? No, that's too many. It was just a pain in
Yeah.
the ass.
How about you just gift us this little bit of money and then we're gonna be okay. We'll have everything like we've got everything vaguely even.
So,
Oh shit, there's like 600 koku in it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just leave it.
so what we've done is we're just going to do a versus campaign. Pretty much solid. We only have like 2 rules that we're adding to the basic game rules. So there'll be all the other AI factions. We'll all make alliances and treaties and trade routes, and we'll have wars with other people. And quite honestly, half the LP we probably won't even be fighting each other. We'll just be trying to survive because we're going to be doing it on very hard.
Yeah.
Because we need to justify having a council of
Retard. I mean,
advocate mind people. Yes. So we're going to be doing it on very hard. We're going to be choosing clans, which we'll be announcing on this video. And the only 2 rules we're adding, as of now, this may change. But as of now, the only 2 rules we're adding is a carryover from round 1, which is you cannot take the capital unless it's like the last one. Which really, either one of us would probably quit before it ever got that far. So pretty much,
yeah.
we can't take the capital.
I think a better way of phrasing it is if your capital gets surrounded, just act as if it's taken as well.
Right,
That was
exactly.
That was one that we had.
Yeah.
Sorry, if it gets surrounded by the other player.
Oh my
Just
god,
like, it's
we're
surrounded
surrounded
by the
by
AI.
own people.
The very beginning of the game, we can't do anything. This sucks.
We lose.
Yeah.
And the other rule, the only other rule is that and this will be dependent on what clans we choose, the length of time, but there will be a truce, 10, 20, 30 turns, whatever. We'll figure it out when we know who we are. But there's going to be a truce when the game starts. We cannot attack each other in order to avoid round 1 blitzkrieging with some ships and ending the LP.
Wow.
So there'll be
Damn it! Our strategy's been foiled.
there'll be an adequate amount of time before
To get
which
set up.
to get set up before we can attack each other. And I know everyone's going to be asking this. Yes, all things go. If we want
Everything
to
else
have
goes,
truce
yeah.
at one point, I mean, we can even form an
Truce,
alliance at one point.
alliances,
The
all of that
goal,
stuff.
the goal is to take over Japan in any way, shape, or form. So if it behooves us to make alliances at some point, I mean, we will. We'll leave it up to our advisors and our clans. And then it'll be a matter of who's going to betray who when.
Absolutely. The other thing that's worth mentioning is all of the other rules are scrapped. So no gunpowder, scrapped.
Right.
No taking Kyoto, that's also scrapped.
Yep.
All the trade routes are open for business.
Yep.
All of that is perfectly free to go for. So apart from those 2 rules, it's going to be entertaining.
It will. It will definitely be.
You're just gonna suddenly turn up with a load of firebomb ships and a bunch of fucking samurai matchlocks at our capital.
And you're going to
at the
be
very
like,
end and
I
go,
thought
"Yeah,
you hated gunpowder. I
I
learned.
fooled you all along."
It's like, they had a sale.
Had a sail from Portugal. We thought,
There's the only few changes. The advisor of agents is now also the advisor of diplomacy. In fact, he will be called the advisor of diplomacy, who also takes control of agents. And the way that'll work is, you guys remember that the way it used to work was the advisor of construction had final say in anything having to do with construction. Strategy, same thing. Agents, same thing. Now, the advisor of diplomacy, quote unquote, has final say not only in how you use the agents, what agents you make, etc., but who you go to war with, who you make alliances with, and who you make trade routes with. So their job is going to be, let's be honest, they kind of had the short end of the stick in round 1.
they did a bit. Yeah.
Because, woohoo, move that ninja. Yay. But now it's like, we go to war or we make alliances. Oh my god, I could just see strategy and diplomacy butting heads so much.
That
We
would be
need to
entertaining.
attack them.
Yeah.
We need to go to war with them. I don't want to.
Yeah,
But
I think part of the thing will also be there'll be a lot more. I mean, it's something that our clan has done very well. Is doing an awful lot of arguing, but at the end of the day, we always come. There is always at least some kind of concession whereby we say, okay, either during the war council or after it. There's always the point where we go, okay, here's what we're actually going to do. We've all agreed this is pretty much as good as we're going to get. Let's just go for it. I don't think there's ever been a point whereby
I could just imagine, like, the advisor of military, or the advisor of strategy, like, building up a military, just hoping that eventually the diplomacy will say we can go to war.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Got everything ready.
So the advisor of agents is now called the advisor of diplomacy. We've also had a change to our advisors. Sinalith does not have the time to keep playing. I would think we haven't been able to get a hold of him, and I assume how life gets. This is just a crazy hobby for all of us.
We don't have a life.
So we've actually welcomed Axion of the North to the group.
Of the North.
That's his name. What do you
Don't try
want
and put on a northern accent. Actually,
Axion.
Axion of the North.
We just call him Axion. Well, he's actually from, I think, like Finland or Denmark, so I'm not quite sure if he's.
Don't try and do that accent, HJK.
I'm gonna do Finnish accent. Jesus.
Get Ed not to do it. We'll get Ed not to do it.
But anyway, he's going to be our new advisor of strategy. So we've had a slight advisor change there. And other than that, I think that basically we're going to announce what clans we are, and then we're going to take about a week to prepare, and then we're going to start it.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully we have enough of a buffer from previous sessions that by the time you see this, we'll be ready to start uploading those like the next week.
Fingers crossed. There may be like a week difference in it, but I think we have, at this point, we've just made session 6 public.
Right, and we've
so
got
we
like
have
another 5.
6 weeks. So we have basically a 6-week.
Right.
If we start next week, we have like a 4 or 5 week buffer, something like that.
Right,
I don't
something
do
like
that.
So, and hopefully
I don't.
that'll be enough. And especially since we're not just fighting each other, we might not even need as big a buffer as we needed for this one. But we'll see.
We'll see how things go.
First of all, let's see what clans we are, and then we'll two clans right next to each other. We're already going at each other's throat.
It's going to be entertaining.
It will. How about you go first? Oh, and we should point out, if we both choose the same clan, we've also chosen alternate clans, and we're not going to make some big, we fight for it on the battlefield or whatnot. No reason to start bad blood, because Lord knows, like, one of us loses, and then for the rest of the LP, the clan's just like, if you'd won, we could be. So we're just going to flip a coin.
I think we're always going to, I think we're going to experience from either in terms of piss taking or in terms of genuineness from various people. There's going to be, if they'd get the clan they wanted, then they would have won.
Right.
Then we're going to get that anyway. But
we're just going to flip a coin. Make it
personally,
easy.
I was more interested in the battle because it would have been more fun. But whatevs.
But honestly, I don't even think we're going to choose the same clan. I don't think it's going to be a problem. So,
in that case, I'm pretty happy.
Would you like to go first?
Not particularly, no.
Okay, let me rephrase that. You can go first.
Well, thank you, Squee. We're going to pick the Shimazu.
Interesting. Yeah, that was actually our alternate, not who
So
I was
who are
expecting.
you picking?
Huh?
Who are you picking then?
We are picking the Chosakabe.
I knew it. I told you. I
did.
told you.
We're
Seems
picking the
reasonable.
island nations. We must have been thinking alike.
Oh, Dantos is going to have a field day.
It was funny. It was funny.
Yeah.
We actually considered for a little bit. We considered Tokugawa because their diplomacy is so excellent and all that stuff. Even though they start off in a weakened position, but then we were like, they could just be dicks and choose the Oda, and then we can't even attack them for like 20 turns.
I was actually we had this thing where we said, right, Shimazu is our main, and then there was like. We had Date was I basically got HK and said, right, here's your choices, Date or Mori as our alternate. And HK sort of went, okay, Date, I like Date more. I was like, right, okay, fine, that's our alternate. But I was sitting there thinking, I could just say Oda's our alternate just in case.
That would be hilarious. It'd be like I'm the Tokugawa. Well, I'm Oda. Well, crap. What do I do? You can attack the Imagawa. But no.
Your only alternative is to die.
Yeah, pretty much. So we were like, maybe we should just not. Because I don't think they're dicks, but you never know.
You don't think I'm a dick.
You never take that risk.
Rebel, I like to try and see the good in people even when I haven't seen it for years. I like to believe it's buried there somewhere.
Trust me. The submarine with powerful headlights that went down there the other day? No. Couldn't find anything.
So it looks like you'll be the Shimazu, we'll be the Chosokabe. We seem to like to be islanders.
Yes. Well,
Oh my god! By
with
the time we even get to the mainland, it's gonna be like 2 factions left.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Us and then you.
So it'll be interesting. What do you think would be a good? Gosh, I was gonna say we could just do like a 20-turn truce because I don't even think we'd, gosh, come in contact for 20 turns.
I
10
think
or
we can't
20.
contact-
I'll leave it up to you. I don't think
Yeah.
it matters too much
I
either way.
personally say 10 turns, just because what I think the idea of the truce should be is okay. There's no within 10 turns you can, or within I don't know, maybe what is it? Let me just think here. 5 or 6 turns, you can get a boat and a decent army together.
Right.
And it'll take a couple of turns to get over there. So within 10 turns, you're going to have set yourself up, well, you should have done at least, reasonably solidly
Right.
and reasonably defensively. So 10 turns, I think, is reasonable.
Okay. 10 turns sounds that it's 10 turns it is then.
Cool.
And then we will meet on the field of battle. Maybe as allies, maybe not.
No. Oh, no, wait, that's not for me to say. Shit! Damn it!
It's like we just want to trade routes.
Bang! We're just trying to trade out, not with the fish, you bastard.
And we're not going to be doing it with Darth Mod. It's just too complicated.
No.
We would love to, but it's
Yeah.
just too complicated. We're just going to do basic Shogun. But it'll be on very hard and very hard. So there's
Yeah.
that. Oh, and in case it comes up, we will not be doing like you can take over the AI's armies or anything like that.
No,
Because
it's just...
that
just-
would be unfair. Yeah. Especially when you're fighting on very hard, you're usually fighting against odds, and
Yeah.
you're just hoping you're better than the AI. So it wouldn't be very fair.
Yeah.
We
but
will
no.
watch though. We will be spectating. I assume.
Yes.
Oh,
we'll be
yes,
spectating.
we will. Yes, we will.
Or
I'm
well,
also giving-
we haven't really decided. Either we'll be spectating sometimes. Maybe we'll just turn the recording off and
Yeah, we can do that. It depends. What I'll
Right.
probably do is just start a new recording for the battle,
right.
just so that we have a cut-off point that we can say, right, this battle was boring. God, he doesn't have to come on troops.
All he's doing is hitting him with arrows.
All he's doing is sitting on that bloody hill. God.
He's not even attacking the calf. Oh no! Wait, here's the calf. It's coming up to attack the calf.
Oh no! It came back. No, they pulled away. Damn it. Yeah. I can
Like
see
here,
that.
and then you see our side. I bet they're just sitting there thinking, "What is he doing?" Just purposely like playing with the other team. Dude, this battle's dragging on. We're gonna keep the same 6 turns or 2 hours, whichever comes first.
Yeah. And also, are we going to keep the 10-minute turn limit? I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
That's good.
And unlimited battle times.
That's good.
Yep. We'll work. Yeah, we can work with that, I reckon.
Oh, and of course, the one rule of if you are the aggressor, you have to actually come to the army.
Unless you're against the AI.
Right, of course, right. If we're facing each other. And of course, just like last time, if the defender, it doesn't mean the defender can't
No.
go forward. The defender just has the option to sit there and wait if they choose.
Yeah.
Because I know there were times like when your cav was attacking us, we could have just sat there, but that would have been even worse. So,
It was funny actually. Inferno and I think it was a while ago. It was just after session 10, I think it was, something like that. Inferno and I did a load of 3 multiplayer battles. We did. We were going to do more, but I sort of ran out of time and we never got back to it. But we did a couple of very balanced battles, and it was one apiece. And then we went into what was going to be our decider for the night. And I went all cavalry. He went all infantry. This was we didn't plan this. It just went. I went all cavalry. He went all infantry. And it ended up being him boxing himself against one of the villagers in the middle, going, "There's nothing else I can do." And it just
come at me, bro.
it was amazing. He was like, "Yeah, okay. There's nothing else I can do. You're just gonna have to come at me." I was like, "Okay then." And it was actually an awful lot of fun just trying to pick apart this square of spears and archers with a load of this steadily depleting cavalry. It was entertaining. It was a lot of fun.
So, hopefully in about a week we will be starting the other one.
Let's go for that.
Yeah, so everyone, hope you're excited. Oh, by the way, we are no longer the Clan Waddling Ducks. No.
Oh my
Clan
God.
Waddling Ducks.
Oh, here we go.
Clan Waddling Ducks actually capitulated and became part of, I can't believe I'm saying it, Clan Europa.
A vassal state.
A
No,
vassal state.
no.
The vassal
No,
state,
they became
Yeah,
the
the vassal state.
the one that was
Oh,
allowed that
it-
one little village.
I can see this becoming a question as well. Yes, vassals are allowed. Anything that the game lets you do, we are letting each other do. So you can have vassals or whatever. Whatevs. So
Whatever's, bruv.
whatevs, bro. But we are now the Furry Mingos. The mighty clan of the Furry Mingos, which will take over Japan with our furry banners.
Someone assassinate whoever the fuck came up with that name.
It was
What's
a
a
group
Mingo?
effort. It was a
Mingo.
Okay, someone assassinate the whole fucking lot of you then.
It was a process. It was a process. It was like, okay, we can't be Waddling Ducks. What should we be? I don't know. How about something that starts with fire? No Inferno. Come on, we could be like the Flaming Mingos. And this is like after 5 minutes of talking about what we could be, and then like Axiom was like, how about the Fairy Mingos? And we're like, that's
Okay, so
freaking
I'm
brilliant.
I've Google imaged Mingo, and all I'm getting is American Indians.
No.
What on earth you're what on earth you're doing?
Flamingo, as in the bird. Flamingo.
Oh, I see.
But it's
Right.
furry. It's a furry mingo.
I see.
I don't know why we're always a bird of some sort. It's not like we plan it.
I love it. I love it. Also, is first off, you were a bird that's quite ungainly in the air, and now you're a bird that can't even fly. You're slowly evolving now.
Flamingos can fly. What are you talking about? Flamingos fly quite well, thank you very much. We're not
We are rather
penguins.
good flyers, I think we'll find.
We're not
Fly
penguins.
That's round 3.
No, round 3 we become pterosaurs. We just go back in time, just dig deep.
Right.
And we're gonna just stay Europa.
So if you guys go for the dinosaur age, can I research the meteorite technology?
Yeah. And by the way, we should also say that it's no longer like East versus West or America versus Europe. Or
Yeah,
whatnot,
you've pinched one of our. You've
That's a
pinched one of
good
our.
point.
sides.
because
I
our
didn't even
advisor
notice that.
our advisor is from your sides of the water.
See?
So
Bloody
If you can't beat the best, just take them.
that's what we did after World War II.
Ouchie.
So what? You're a scientist? Well, hello.
Oh,
Why don't you
boy.
come over to this thing called NASA? Oh, look at that! America has a space program. You guys don't have a space. You took our scientist. Oh, how about that?
We had it for ages. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
You haven't heard of the British stealth satellites? They've been up
Yeah.
since 1876.
Yeah, you know when we were busy conquering places.
The world.
You know where all of those slaves went? You know, the ones that were sort of mysteriously unaccounted for? Yeah, they went up there. They've colonized places.
Dark side of the moon.
After World War II, they kept making us give up all our colonies, so we threw some into space.
Yeah.
They were like, "Where did this colony go? I don't know."
We're leaving them to their own devices now. We don't know anything. Anyway.
What was that? It was. I love Eddie Izzard. He was talking about how, like, after World War II, the end of imperialism, and they were like, "Britain, what? What you got behind your back? Just some colonies. Give them up. We need them." But
We're still going to hold on to the
ours.
Falklands.
Yeah.
That is, we're not going to give that one up.
No one is taking the Falklands.
We had India and Australia, but the Falklands is what's important.
We're
So,
still
yeah,
an
we want-
empire.
We're keeping the Falklands, god damn you! And eventually, the Falklands have just been turned by the propaganda.
Yeah.
That
And
was
we're keeping Canada. No, you're not. No, we're not.
Why does Canada want to go independent?
You're still all part of the Commonwealth, god damn you!
And then the real tragedy hits. I think that actually hit before Canada, but then Ireland will go, and you'll be like, oh my god, no, Scotland.
I think you guys were just tired. It's like every time you turn around, it's like French anymore. Oh, fine. American Revolution. Okay, we're back again. War of 1812. Damn it, Canada.
Stop doing this.
Sit down, all of you.
Ireland wants independence.
I
God
could-
damn it,
I-
our
I-
whiskey supply.
I could just imagine that War of 1812. Damn, Canada, what did you do? We didn't do anything. No.
Yeah, you say that now.
You had to have said something to piss them off. No, we were just sitting there.
Right.
They said something about freeing us. We don't
No,
want to
of
be
course
freed.
Just go to your room. We'll deal with this later when I've sorted it.
Daddy will take care of this. No, actually, I thought it was actually hilarious because most Americans don't like to think of the War of 1812 because, well, we kind of
yes, I
lost. We didn't lose. Dude, if you attack and gain nothing, that's a loss. If you defend and nothing's lost, that's a win. That's how this works. If you invaded Canada and then at the end we're like, let's call it a draw and keep the same lines we had, you freaking lost, okay?
You lost. You did lose.
Canada kicked your butt. Just admit it. It's okay. It's cool.
God damn it! It's like you can just hear the Americans combusting as we go.
Yeah. It's a glorious.
And I love it. I love it because like Britons are all like, no, it was still Britain back then. Oh come on, dude, it was Canada. Just let it go.
No.
It was us.
No, it was all ours. Everything's ours. It still is technically. I mean,
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Ours.
Who's on your money? That's right.
That's what I thought.
yeah, we're still the best. All right, let's go off imperialistic chatter. That's.
Yes. I'm sorry. This was supposed to be an
that for the actual
announcement.
sessions.
Yeah, this is supposed to be an announcement. Okay. So anyway, next week, new Shogun. Woo.
Well, yeah, next week for us and some other time for you guys.
Yeah. Next week for us. Later for you. Maybe next week. Maybe
Well,
not.
technically, it is next week because when they're watching it, it'll be.
Oh yeah, by the time you guys watch this, maybe I'll put up an annotation saying we meant July.
Oh dear.
Oopsie.
No,
Oh well.
but yeah. So see you guys then.
Yep. See you then, folks.
Bye.
Bye.